everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Debbie and Boo for some more stories. Today, we're going to have some songs and a story about some bunnies. I like bunnies, don't you? Let's see how many I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready? Hippity hop and hippity hey, 5 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. Can you help me with that? We're going to say hippity hop, hippity hey, 5 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. You can help me sing it. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 5 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. How many left? You're right, there are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 4 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. How many left? You knew that. You're right. You're so smart. 1, 2, 3. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 3 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. How many left? 2. You're right. 1, 2. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 2 little bunnies went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny hopped away. How many left? You're right, just 1. Hippity hop and hippity hey, 1 little bunny went out to play. Hippity hop and hippity hey, that little bunny hopped away. How many left now? No more bunnies. So I guess we'll have to have our bunnies in a story. Although I do have my stuffed bunny because we're going to sing another song later. But first we're going to have a story about some bunnies whose name is Hopkins. Hop because they hop. And there are a lot of them. Look at all of those Hopkins bunny children. Let's see what happens. It's called Too Many Hopkins. I think they have too many children. Let's see what happens. See them? It looks like a big family of bunnies. Well, said Daddy Hopkins, looking out at the fine spring morning, it's time we plant our gardens. This year, Daddy and I want all of you children to help, said Mommy Hopkins. Oh, goody, cried all 15 little bunnies, their children. They were very excited to help plant the garden. Mr. and Mrs. Hopkins had the finest and most beautiful vegetable flower gardens in all of the land. Every spring, they would dig up the earth and they would rake it smooth. And then they would make long straight rows and they would put in the seeds. Finally, they would cover the seeds and they would water them. Have you ever planted a garden where you need to dig the dirt and you need to rake the dirt and you need to plant your seeds and cover the seeds with dirt and then water them? That's what they were doing. And they had a really big garden, didn't they? When can we start, said the Hopkins children. This morning, said Daddy. While Mommy and I go to the store to buy the carrot seeds, you can all get started on the small radish garden. Now, line up and I'll tell you what to do. So Willie and Wiley and Willie and Wendy and Winnie took their spades and started digging up the earth. Hooray! Cried the quintuplets. Bunny and Bonnie and Billy and Biff. You 4, you can rake, said Mommy. Hooray! Said the quadruplets. So these bunnies were going to dig and these bunnies were going to rake. That's a good job. See the rake that Mama's holding and the shovel that Daddy's holding? They each have a job to do. Flossie and Franny and Fluffy, you can make the rows for the seed, said Daddy. Goody, goody, said the triplets. And Skipper and Skeezer, said Mommy. We know, cried the twins. We're gonna plant. And what do I do, said Petey. You get to water, said the Hopkins all together. Now everyone get to work, said Mommy. They're gonna shovel and they're going to rake and they are going to make the rows and they're gonna plant the seeds and they're gonna water. That sounds like a lot of jobs. The Hopkins children ran to the garden. They could almost taste those yummy radishes already, so they started in all at the same time. They were supposed to take their turns, weren't they? First one was supposed to dig, and then they were supposed to rake, and then they were supposed to make the rows, and then they were supposed to plant the seeds, and then they were supposed to water, but they all started doing their jobs at the same time. That's never gonna work. Wait, we're supposed to dig first. No, we're supposed to rake first. Don't do that. We're supposed to plant the seeds first. I'm supposed to water, said Skipper and Skeezer. That's my job, said Petey. Oh no, what a mess. The seeds were flying and the water was squirting and the shovels were digging and the rakes were raking all over each other. You can't plant a garden that way, can you? What a mess, said Daddy. There are too many Hopkins. That means there's too many children. Now, said Mommy, let's start all over again. Please sit down. So the children had to sit down and listen to Mommy. All right, first, quintuplets, you dig. Willie and Wiley and Wally and Wendy and Winnie dug a hole in the ground. Next, quadruplets, you rake. Bunny and Bonnie and Billy and Biff all raked the ground. So first they dig the hole. These guys made a hole and these bunnies raked the dirt. Now, triplets, you make the rows. Flossie and Franny and Fluffy made some very straight rows. Twins, you two plant the seeds. Skipper and Skeezer carefully planted their seeds. Petey, turn on the hose, and Petey did. He put the water all over the new garden, and the garden was ready to grow. You see, said Mommy, there are not too many Hopkins. You're right, said Daddy. There are not too many Hopkins when they're not all in the same place at the same time. They were all doing what they were supposed to do because it was so hard to not do those jobs. They sounded so fun, didn't they? When you get to go in the garden and dig and rake and plant and water, it's really fun to do those things. And it's hard to remember what goes first, isn't it? They had a hard time with that. Well, I have a story right now that's actually also a song, and you can help me with it. And it's about my little rabbit. And this little rabbit is in the woods. And it's a story about a rabbit that's in the woods who's just hopping away. And all of a sudden, there's a man who's trying to get animals to go to his pet shop. So he's got a great big basket, and he's picking them up, and he's putting them in the basket, and he's picking them up, and he's putting them in the basket. And when the rabbit saw that, the rabbit said, oh, I don't want to go to a pet shop. I don't want to go in a basket. So he got very, very worried. And then he saw a cabin in the woods, and he saw a man at the cabin, and he said, help me, help me, help me. And the man said, come inside. And the man took care of him, and they lived happily ever after. And when you put it to a song, it goes like this. And I want you to use your hands because we're going to do something tricky when we learn what to do with our hands. Are you ready? Here's my rabbit. Little cabin in the woods, little man by the window stood, saw a rabbit hopping by, knocking at my door. Help me, help me, help me, he cried, or the man will knock me down. Come, little rabbit, come inside, safely we will hide. Now not only was that a nice happy ending because the little rabbit got to live with the man and they kept each other company and they were good friends, but it's a tricky song because we are going to take those words all away. Are you ready? We're going to eat them. Are you hungry? And it goes like this. I'm going to count to 3 and then we're just going to use our hands to tell the story. 1, 2, 3. Let's get those words back out. I want to sing those words. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Little cabin in the woods, little man by the window stood, saw a rabbit hopping by, knocking at my door. Help me, he cried, or the man will knock me down. Come, little rabbit, come inside. Safely we will hide. I'm so glad that the rabbit was safe, and I'm so glad the little man in the cabin in the woods found a new friend, and they lived happily ever after. And I hope sometimes when you're outside, you see little rabbit hopping by. One time, I was outside of my house. It was late in the afternoon, and I saw a tiny little bunny hopping through the grass, and it's so fun to see them. They're kind of shy, and if they see you, they might really hop fast behind the bushes, but it's still fun to see them, and I hope you get a chance to. Have a great afternoon, everyone. See you tomorrow.